Hello and welcome to my channel. I am just visiting my cottage. For some of you who have been following me along my journey, you probably saw lots of other videos in the beginning that were done here. And I just wanted to enjoy the warmth of the sunroom while getting some work done. And I wanted to hop on here and continue with my update. I see a lot of women asking questions about conservative measures that they can do now. And I notice that a lot of women are emphasizing, for decongestion therapy, needing to go to a certified lymphedema or lipedema specialist in order to have your legs wrapped and daily for a series of like 6 weeks or whatever. But that is amazing. But I don't want a statement like that to be the reason why you don't start something right away, because getting yourself some compression leggings will have a similar effect to having them wrapped. I do know that it's different for every woman, depending on your stage, your comfort level, depending on the level of pain that you might have. So I do recommend speaking with your doctor, or if you do have a lymphedema or lipedema or / lipedema clinic available to you, going in and having a conversation about what compression would be ideal for you. For me, I live in an area where there isn't a lot of information or research going into lipedema research. And so there isn't a clinic specifically that focuses on lipedema in my area. There may be a few hours away. However, I haven't necessarily looked into that. So I had gotten some recommendations for some women online who have shared their lipedema stories. And the one pair of compression leggings that someone had recommended, which did work for me in terms of decongestion therapy. So like assisting the lymphatic fluid that was getting stuck in my legs, causing pain and water retention, as well as new lipedema growth. Wearing the compression leggings would help with the flow of my lymphatic system. And I did see a reduction in size of my legs after a couple of months. Note, I wasn't just doing the compression leggings. However, I did just start with the compression leggings. And the ones that I use, I will link in the comments below, but they're an Italian brand called CS Zalis. Some people love them. Some people absolutely hate them. The key is measuring your legs and ordering the appropriate size. I do believe that they only have like small, medium, large, maybe extra large. They may have some plus versions as well for women who are in later stages. However, they come and they look like toddler size pants. Like my husband laughed when I unpacked them from the Amazon package. And myself, being new to compression leggings, did not know the effort at which you had to put in to get compression leggings on. I do believe the first time it took me about 15 minutes. I was huffing and puffing by the end, and I am a very active person. So I can imagine if your mobility is a bit compromised due to your lipedema and your cardiovascular activity level isn't optimal or where you would love for it to be so that you felt good when you're moving, it may be a bit challenging to put on compression leggings the first time. However, there is a secret. There are a lot of women out there that use different assistive devices, and I did try a bunch of them, but I found personally, for me, the easiest way to get on my compression leggings and now stockings is to turn them inside out and start at the feet and work my way up. So when I first started, I would even do it lying in legs up the wall, and then I would flip the pants so that when I put them on, the bum was going to be at the bum and the front was going to be at the front. And then I would start at my toes. So the Cialis ones that I first ordered are open toe, but they do go over your heel. So I would take the ends. I do think I have a video on this, but I will show you at a later time. But you just take them inside out and you start at the feet, and then you just kind of slowly kind of roll them up. And this is ideal for setting up the compression to best influence lymphatic fluid up your leg towards the different lymph nodes where your body can get rid of that fluid through sweat, peeing, and a variety of different ways. Breath. It's so interesting understanding the lymphatic system. So I just wanted to share that even if you don't have access to a family doctor for a prescription, for prescription grade compression leggings, I do recommend starting as soon as you can, and Amazon is a great resource to be able to get your hands on some. I did try probably 8 different brands of compression leggings. They are not cheap and they are very sensitive. So many of mine fingernails went through as I was struggling to figure out how to put on compression leggings. Now I am super mindful, and because I do it taking them from inside out, slowly going all the way up, I don't really have an issue with my nails, but there are gloves that people do purchase in order to prevent themselves from putting their nails through their compression leggings. And you could also just use kitchen gloves because they tend to be able to have the grip necessary for getting the leggings up. So that is just something that I wanted to share. If you do have access to a lymphedema or lipedema clinic where they can size you and you can get custom made flat neck compression, do it. In the meantime, sometimes that takes a little while, so I do recommend that you start with anything to just begin to get used to it. And I will say, there's a lot of women who have said that they're very uncomfortable, they have to pee all the time, that it's challenging utilizing the washroom because when they get them down, it's hard to get them back up. It gets easier the more you practice it. You'll figure out what works best for you, but don't stop. I do remember for myself, I actually felt relief the first time I wore the Cialis compression leggings. I wear them like leggings, even though if I bend over, you might see my underwear line or whatever. They're not compression stockings. Like I do also wear those, and I wear those underpants, even tights and jeans. But those you can't just wear. I mean, if you do, all the power to you, but you can see through those ones. I'm trying to think of exactly. So a lot of women will say that they're too uncomfortable and they don't wear them. Well, maybe it's the brand and you need to try a different brand, but also sometimes it's just a sensory thing, especially if you have pain from your lipedema. It can be a little bit trying at first to get used to the feeling. However, once you utilize it for a while, you then begin to notice that it feels worse not having them on, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because they are supporting your lymphatic system to work more optimally and preventing fluids from pooling in your legs. So yeah, get yourself some compression leggings if you've never tried it. If you have access to someone who's a specialist and can measure you and help you order the right ones, definitely go check them out. Otherwise, Cialis is a good one to start with. I will let you know here in Canada, they run out about $100. So to start, I bought 2 pairs and would just cycle between them and then gently wash them in between and just hand wash or put them on a gentle cycle and hang to dry. But yeah, it's a place to start and something that you can do within a day or 2 of learning about the decongestive therapy. Some other things that I wanted to share with you that you can do is you can do some self-manual lymphatic drainage. There aren't many MLD specialists in my area. I did find one who does like post-operative care for women who've had plastic surgery, and your lymph system sometimes needs a little bit of support after the trauma of surgery. So she's very versed in that, and I've learned a lot from her about manual lymphatic drainage. There are certain areas that have MLD specialists. If you can afford to or you have benefits, definitely go and utilize them. And you can do this at home yourself. There's many different videos, and the sweet spot is figuring out what works for your body. So MLD is generally really light touch. So it can be something as simple as starting at your extremities and moving towards your heart. And you can do really light touch. And this may be enough to trigger your lymphatic system to work. For me, a combination of light touch and long stroke massages towards my lymph nodes is best for me. So it becomes like a game of like figuring it out, like what feels good and what helps to reduce fluid retention. And what that means is that your lymphatic system is working properly. So like I said, I start at my extremities and work my way towards my heart, moving towards different lymph nodes. And you have some here, 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 your belly, behind your knees, tons in your belly. So massaging your belly, if you're one of those women who doesn't like people to touch your belly, or maybe you don't even like to touch your belly yourself, I want you to like practice deep breathing, because this will help your lymph nodes in your belly, but also start to rub your belly, and this can help to move and get the flow of lymphatic fluid there. But if you're like me and your legs were a big troublesome spot, starting at the bottom, I like to massage my ankles or my shoes dirty and move towards under my knee, and then massage around my knee and move up to my groin where there's another lymph node, and then up towards my belly. Sorry, you can't see me, but I was actually doing my legs. If you're new to it and you're like, I don't really know how to do it, I would just say start using like a body cream every day, twice a day, and start from your feet all the way up to your head and just rub that cream in, and this is going to stimulate your lymphatic system. And if you're curious and want to learn a little bit more, then you can begin to look up some different self-MLD techniques for your lymph system, and for me, they were changing. Along with that, drink lots of water. So another complaint I've heard from women about compression leggings is that they have to pee all the time. This is great. This means they are working. Your body, your lymph system is working, and you're peeing out all of those toxins, any of that stuff that your body does not deem necessary or helpful for you. So every time you pee, I want you to just give yourself a thumbs up or a high five, because that means the compression leggings are working, or the manual lymphatic drainage is working if you're doing some self-MLD. But drink tons of water to assist in flushing your system. So that is what I wanted to tell you today, that you can, the massage, that self-MLD, you can start today if you've just learned you have lipedema, or maybe you're curious and you think you do. It does not hurt massaging yourself and doing some self-MLD. It is good for even women who do not have lipedema, but it's especially helpful for women with lipedema whose lymphatic system is often backed up and not working optimally. The compression leggings also help your lymphatic system, and drinking tons of water is amazing. So if you also have lipedema and there's some other things you want to suggest that you can start today or within 2 days of figuring out that you do have lipedema, please post them in the comments below, because there's lots of things that I do that I'm maybe not saying necessarily in this video, but have likely said in previous videos. So if you do have questions or you're curious, feel free to watch some of my old videos or send me a message or comment on here, because I'm happy to share everything that I've learned so far. For those of you who are new here, I did start with conservative measures and then decided on lipedema removal surgery, went to Poland, had the most incredible doctor, Dr. Nowicka at the Novoline Clinic in Białystok, and it was a game changer for me. So I am just a year post-op. About 2 days from now, I was flying home from Poland to continue my healing journey. And it has been an absolutely incredible journey. Not everything was pretty, not everything was easy. However, everything was worth it for me. So if you have any other questions or you're curious about my surgery, I've done some videos on my surgery, but feel free to ask me questions and I'll either direct you to a video or maybe make some future videos about what it is that you're curious about now. I'm gonna let you guys go now. 16 minutes, oh my gosh, time flies, and I look forward to hearing about you guys and your journey. Bye.